Hello. New setting, new unscripted video. I'm still editing some things for a new video coming up in January 2021. A lot of new videos. Maybe a Mario video, a Sonic video, a couple of music review videos, a Fleetwood Mac rumors video, and a Destroyer review coming their way. Also, reviews for the Owl House, Big City Greens, and She-Ra, and Old School He-Man, Transformers, and a lot of properties. Look at my amigos. Do you like the new setting? Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. Yeah. New unscripted video from DuckTales, woohoo, to wrestling, specifically AEW. I was watching AEW on Wednesday, and Sting came back. He saved the Nightmare Family, which is Cody Rhodes' faction, from Team Taz, which is Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, and Brian Cage, and Taz. It's Taz! Yeah, the point is like, here comes Sting with a baseball bat in hand, and he's gonna save everyone. He's beating on the brats with a baseball bat. Oh yeah. Look at Sting, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's as strong as a bull and fast as a cat. It's a man called Sting. Leave a comment below if you get the reference. Yeah, Sting came back. And that's not a good thing. Let me explain. Sting came back at 61 years old, being the biggest thing that happened in that show. Yeah, he was the biggest thing that happened in that show, even though the main event was good enough. I mean, I've never been the biggest fan of the old Bucks and Omega. I was more of an FTR guy and a Okada guy. But yeah, the guys are fine. They're fine. They're not my cup of tea, but I get it. I get it. Yeah, a lot of things happen in the main event. AEW is doing a cross promotion thing with Impact, I guess. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Sting came back. 61-year-old Sting with stenosis and a bad neck came and cleaned house. This is not a good thing. A lot of attention was devoted to Sting, and I get it. They're doing the same thing they're doing with Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Vicky Guerrero, Jake the Snake. I get it. They're trying to make these old guys give the rub to the new guys and even impart some wisdom and get them over. It's not working. I get it. It's appreciated. As an historian, I get it and I like it. But it's not hitting the mainstream. Neither is WWE, but nobody's going to hit mainstream in WWE anymore. They don't care. They are afraid. Whoever told you that WWE doesn't know how to make new stars, it's lying. WWE knows exactly how to make new stars. They don't want to because they're afraid. They're afraid they're going to leave for Hollywood or whatever. And yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. It happened with The Rock. It happened with Stone Cold. It happened with Hulk Hogan. And if The Undertaker was in movies in the 90s and in the 2000s, yeah, he would leave also. But that's not the point. WWE knows how to make new stars. They're afraid. So they're not going to make them. But AEW has the opportunity to make new stars, and they are blowing it. AEW is a WWE which follows common sense. And even that, not all of the time. Just look at the horrible situation with the Bucks and FTR. The feud was not good. Not good. And the match, meh. 3.5 stars. Would I watch again? But again, with Sting. The point is with Sting is that the rumors are that he signed a multi-year contract to be an on-screen character. Just by that, he's gonna grab a lot of attention of old school guys. I was going through Twitter Follow me on Twitter at Hex316. Yeah. I was following guys like Razor Fist, like H-Bomber Guy, like Alpha Omega Sin. And it was in Razor Fist and Alpha Omega Sin's threads that I found that they were talking about AEW. And on their threads, a lot of people said, I was watching TV, and then my dad, my uncle, my grandpa came and say, "Hey, that's Sting! I know Sting!" And they're like, "Yeah, you want to watch?" And they're like, "As long as Sting is there, yeah." They're getting exposed. But they're not new fans. They're old fans. Neither WWE, NXT or otherwise, or AEW are creating new fans. They're just cannibalizing on their audience. Even if AEW or NXT moved to Tuesdays and they get their 1.1 ratings or whatever, it's not going to last because they're not creating new fans. They're not hitting the mainstream. And I get it. Wrestling is not supposed to hit the mainstream all the time, but it hits the mainstream. It hit it with Hogan, and it went down with the new generation. It hit it with Stone Cold, and it went down post Invasion. And then in the reality era with the memes gave new life to wrestling with and the RKO out of nowhere, and CM Punk made it cool again, and then WWE blew it. And AEW had this silver platter put in front of them. A sports-centric, down-to-earth, good organization for pro wrestling. Good old pro wrestling. They're even in TNT. The only thing that's missing is Ted Turner. But yeah, they have a lot of old guys, and they're trying to give the rub, and it's not working. If it was working, the ratings would be more than what they are. And a lot of more people that are not in the IWC circles online would be talking about them. They're not. Sting is not going to help. I'm sorry. Somebody has to say it. But a 61-year-old man with stenosis, a bad neck, and face paint is not going to make your ratings better. It's not. It has to be said. And if anything happens in the ring with him, if he gets physical, it's on you when he gets hurt, because remember what happened 5 years ago. Oh my God, it happened 5 years ago. Sting, when he was in WWE 5 years ago, was the most talked about thing. And now 5 years later, he's still the most talked about thing. How is this a thing? Why hasn't someone become more popular in mainstream than a 61-year-old guy with stenosis, a bad neck, and face paint? How? If AEW is supposed to be the land of the misfit toys that actually get a new coat of paint, like Jericho, like Moxley, like Hager, like Sean Spears, Cody Rhodes, and all of these guys, then why can't you give the push to guys like Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Wardlow, MJF, Hangman? I get it. You're trying to make a slow burn, slow build to all of this, but guys, nobody's hitting the mainstream. This is a problem. Whenever WWE over relies on the old guys, you get on their case. I'm doing the same for AEW right now. IWC, I'm calling you out. You need this. You need to hear this. AEW is the same thing. AEW is WWE with the logic on. but they have a lot of the same problems, and nobody wants to admit that. And the fact that Sting is the most talked about thing right now in AEW, it's a problem. It needs to be addressed. Create new stars, make new engaging characters and storylines. Because right now, I am not engaged. You have my curiosity, but you do not have my attention. Anyway, that's what's happening in my mind right now. I expect your comments. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not seeing it as it's supposed to be seen. Maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me. Please tell me below. What do you think about this? What do you think about a 61-year-old man with stenosis, a bad neck, and face paint being the most talked about thing in a program of young people? In a wrestling program about new young people. Anyway, catch you later. Leave a comment. Everything. Thank you.